Hey everyone, James Niggemeyer here. Thank you for tuning back into the YouTube channel. Today I want to talk about a trailer color that I feel like flies under the radar. It's not something that I actually gravitate towards, though I know the potency of it, had some success with it over the years, and it's something that I like to try to incorporate more into my jig fishing, specifically as a trailer on the back of a black and blue jig, or a black with blue flake, or black and blue silicone skirt. Like this is a Buckeye thump jig, or even on a Buckeye ballin' out finesse jig, or a football jig, or a mop jig. Regardless of the jig type, I think that more times than not, we get into a mental box when we're fishing a black and blue jig, that we just go tone on tone. We go black and blue jig with a black with blue flake jig trailer. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's probably one of the best producing colors in all of jig fishing. So that's great, but there's a jig color or a couple of jig colors that I feel like just don't get their fair share of playtime. And that is blue colors. Like this is blue sapphire. This is probably one of the more popular blues that have been fished over the years. And there's times when these bright blues like this, like a blue with blue flake, can get you more bites. I feel like to some degree, it's kind of a reaction strike color, or it's kind of a shock color to some degree on the back of your jigs. But there's also other blues that are maybe a little more bland, so to speak, like this blue with black flake. Essentially blue type trailers on the backs of your jigs. I mean, the ones I've got are the Yamamoto Yamacraw 4-inch Yamacraw, and then the Flappin' Hog, and both make great jig trailers. But again, these colors tend to get overlooked. And I want to share some times when I feel like you should really reach for a blue type trailer, like a blue sapphire or blue with black flake. Number one, when you're fishing offshore and let's say you're fishing a football, 1/2 ounce, 3/4 ounce offshore, and they tend to want a darker color and you're throwing a black and blue. Sometimes when you're stroking a jig, a football jig, lifting it, hopping it up off the bottom, that coloration of the bright blue with the blue flake can get you some more bites. And it's something that I think guys can have a tendency to overlook, probably because it's just such a bright color. There's not a whole lot in that looks natural. I mean, generally we go dark, or we go with like a green pumpkin that looks more natural, or different various shades of green pumpkin, or we just go with the black and blue tone on tone. But these colors can be great for getting bites in specific areas. I know that in Tennessee, or along the Tennessee River chain, all those lakes, Kentucky Lake, Gunnersville, Pickwick, Wheeler, these blue type trailers can be tremendous, or just blue in general in that kind of region of the country. Another time when it's good to reach for these types of blues is when the water's off color. I feel like this color gets more bites when you have a significant amount of stain in the water. And I feel like these blues just show up more. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think I've heard where blue is one of the last colors to kind of disappear and or blend in the water column as it sinks down in the water column and away from the penetrating light. So they say blue is one of the last to kind of be muted out by the lack of light at greater depths. Red is one of the first ones to go, my understanding. So red is generally a better shallow color, and the blue is generally a better deeper color, or one that when you need light to hit off of it or reflect off of it, or just for it to get noticed. And I don't know a whole lot about the color spectrum and how that affects what fish see and don't see. And I feel like they see color really well because they react to it in certain ways. And it may be a scenario where they're just different hues, and that enables them to kind of see or pick up on it. Maybe they just see in a different way. I know that they can see at night where we can't, and I don't know how that works, but for some reason, those colors like that can be a tremendous value or asset to you. So have some blues in your, jig trailer lineup. Definitely have some just some straight up blue jig trailers. I think it can make a difference, especially when, say, you're getting a few bites in an area and the bite goes slow. Pick up something with a lot of blue in it and see if you can ignite that bite again. Definitely something to think about and can make a big difference in the day. Just take that into consideration, some food for thought when considering jig trailer colors. I appreciate you guys watching this video. If you got anything out of it, please give me a thumbs up and drop a comment down below. Love to hear from you guys. And go over to the description section. There I'll have links to my merch as well as social media. And there's a discount code for Amphibia eye gear. Until next time, thanks for watching and good fishing.